Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks the Footballs. And today we're doing Rooney Watch, his countdown to getting fired from Plymouth Argyle, which, quite fair, it's a hard task because Plymouth aren't that good of a team. But they did win a game against Sunderland. Heaven forbid Rooney won a game of football as a manager. It can happen. Yeah, magical things can happen to anyone at any time. But we are going to cover some of the points here. And I think there's a couple of key things because his team has got a couple of things that they can do in the next game to help them try and get some goals, because they're not exactly the goal scoring type. Now, if you missed any of our content, we do live streams now and try to keep up with all the stuff that we do. But live streams are so much more fun because you do actually get to see the sarcastic side of Cash and not necessarily the analytical side, which I really try to do and stay to on these videos. So right now on the first goal here that Sunderland get, yeah, it's a pen, but I want to comment a little bit about how naive this defender is, right? Because as you can see, if we're just watching right here, let's just highlight, this is where the ball is. We've got a defender here and we've got a defender behind him. Now, it's actually good defensive shape here because we've got a covering defender. This guy here isn't doing a good enough job and he should really be tracking the run. See, I know that this is the penalty situation, but you want to really be aware that there's two Sunderland players that have managed to go on a little free run through the middle. And these are the little things that you can fix, okay, that stop problems happening in the future. And also, this guy shouldn't be challenging for the ball. He's got a defender that's goal side that can slow him down. He doesn't need to get involved. All he needs to do is get back goal side, whichever way he needs to do that. What actually should be happening here is this basic 9-year-old defending. Your mate's coming in to cover you, and you come in and cover him. So what they should just be basically switching positions here. He's coming in to slow this guy down. He's coming in to get behind and really take his position. And at the same time, he cuts out the pass to this guy here because this guy hasn't done his job properly. It's that simple. And that's the thing that you can fix in training. This is a simple training session that you can do. Just switching the players. You'll normally do it in probably in a 15 by 15 or 20 by 20 square, when the point of pressure is switched, the trailing player just comes in and covers, and you do it. It's basic defending. They should all know it at this level, and the fact that they don't gives away this penalty. Look, you can see as he comes in here, dosh, and he's just clipped his heels accidentally. He shouldn't even be challenging for the ball. This guy should be calling him off, telling him to go there, and he should be coming around to cover for him. It's simply naive. Yeah, and I don't care what level it is. If this happens at Sunday League, I'm still mad. That is not good enough. But let's watch the penalty go in, because it's still not quite a good penalty, and I want to show you why. I will show you that little heel clip right here, though. Just watch. It's going to be really quick. He just catches his heel right there, bosh, and he goes down. When this guy here is covering for him, and he just needed to go back in and cover for his teammate. Didn't do it. Terrible. Let's look at that penalty, though, so you don't make the same mistakes when you're taking these pens. Okay, look at the guy's body shape as he's stepping up to take this pen. You can see he looks like he's going to go this way here, and the keeper gets done by his body shape. Well, I can tell you straight away he's pulling his shot and he's going this side here. Just from the way his walk up and his run up is going, he's telegraphing what he's trying to do. The keeper just somehow gets beaten by it. Watch. As he comes up, he looks like he's going that way, and he pulls it back the other side. As he pulls it, though, it's not quite good enough, and this is what I want to put, pull up here. Yeah, he hits the net box, but look how to the centre that is. If this keeper just stays on his feet, he probably just kicks the ball away. And I have this theory with goalkeeping taking penalties, by the way. If you just stand still, right, and then you react after they do, most penalties aren't taken at 70 to 100 miles an hour smashed into the top corner. They're actually quite poor. And if you just hold just for that split second and wait for the ball to go, I have a feeling that not 9 times out of 10, I'd say 6 times out of 10, you're going to save it because they're rubbish. And here's another example. He's rubbish. He hasn't put it into the corner or anywhere near the corner. And if he just stayed on his feet, he probably saves that, because it goes in just about there, about a yard and a half away from him. Yeah, not good. But let's get on to, I want to show and highlight what Plymouth do well, so because they're always bad, but I do want to come a couple of things that they do well in this game. Let's just move it on. Before we do, though, I'm going to highlight this little thing from Sunderland here. I do like free kicks like this. There's not enough of them, where you're trying to take this free kick, but you're also trying to score. You're doing a cross shot. You're putting this to the back post to make the keeper make a decision, but you're also putting it in a spot where anybody can score a goal. Their defenders, your attackers, anybody. So you're just trying to float this ball. I don't like the word float because I do like a driven cross. I think floating the ball is really, really poor because the power of the cross dictates the power of the header. You don't want the one headering the ball, trying to score a goal, having to add the power. You want the cross to have that power. But if you're just smashing it like this kid he does here, I love this. He just smashes it, bosh, really hard and puts it right on the keeper or going for the back post. It's on target and they have to make a save. If he doesn't, that's a goal, obviously. But it's really, really important. You get it on frame and you make the keeper move, because if there's anything disrupting the keeper, there's any sort of moment, or that keeper is not switched on. I go back to David Seaman against Brazil in England in whatever World Cup that was, not paying attention. And Ronaldinho, I think, smashes the ball past David Seaman just because he has the ball on frame, and it's a goal. Happens all the time. Yeah, let's move it on. So this is one of the things that Plymouth, I think if they do this, they've got a chance of scoring more goals, because they're not good at the goal scoring. Just shoot the ball, right? And when you watch the way that they've scored goals here, the first shot is terrible and it should be a goal. But I just don't think they've got the talent and the ability to do that. So that's fine. What you then do is you try to use the second thing that you can try to be good at. And that's what they do in 2 of their goals here. The first shot comes in, watch what happens, Bosch gets a rebound, and then there's someone there to pick up the pieces. This is where I think that they can really do well. Having bad shots, picking up the rebounds, and slotting in the goals, because they've got numbers forward. They don't have the talent for the one guy just to be able to score. Fine, okay, great. Maybe he's going to get lucky. Maybe he's going to. But they're really effective at smashing the ball at the goal, them knocking it down, and then you just coming in, dosh, quality strike. I mean, that's a good little volley there. Quality finish, and he gets himself a goal. That's the key. If you can't score because they're defending really well, just smash the ball at the goal. And I'm going to talk about some Premier League statistics in a second, and one thing that they no longer do in the Premier League based on statistics. But this is why statistics are rubbish and you shouldn't listen to them. You just use them as a tool, as a little thing that you might or might not help you, but overall, don't use them. Again, something good that Plymouth do, they just put a ball into the box and make the defender deal with it. And guess what? He can't. A lot of defenders nowadays can't deal with crosses because it's not something that is overly pursued by coaches. They play this hipster style where they're trying to play it into the channels, into the half spaces, and do little cutbacks because that's where the percentages are and all that nonsense. But when you have to put the ball in the box and defend it, this is Keystone Cops defending right here. Comes in, it's a simple, take a touch and clear the ball, right? He doesn't, it bounces, bobbles, it's all over the place, and he ends up giving a penalty away. Watch this. Now his teammates like, oh my God, he's rubbish. I'm going to come and help him out. Mate, you're rubbish too. Don't worry. Just let him deal with it. He's got the ball. Let him deal with it. Doesn't. Tries to get a bit involved. Bosh, bit of a panic. And then they end up mullering the Plymouth Argyle player right here, who I actually think's offside. But yeah, I think he comes from an offside position back into the field of play. But yeah, who am I to actually, talk about the rules in football? I don't think we talk about the rules anymore. They just do nonsense, don't they? So that's what ends up happening. Look, smashes into the player. Bosh, takes him down. And they're all shocked that there's a penalty given. Of course there's a penalty given, you clowns. But that's what happens. Let's just, not too much to talk about the penalty, but let's just watch it anyway. This is a different type of penalty. He's clearly showing where he's going to hit the ball, and he just hits it as hard as he possibly can. Dosh, straight in. I do like a penalty like that. Personally, never ever missed a penalty. And that's a trick. Never ever taken a penalty, therefore never missed one. Have a 100% record and never taking, never missing. There we go, never missing. It's not never taking, it's never missing. Let's get on to the Sunderland goal, because I want to show you the next Plymouth goal, because they score in a similar fashion, the same sort of style of smashing the ball at the goalkeeper and getting the rebound back. This, though, how they concede is very, very simple to understand. It's panic stations. When you're rubbish and you're at the bottom of the league and you're winning 2-1, all panic stations go on because you don't want to concede a goal. So you end up, guess what you do? Concede a goal, because you're panicking too much instead of just dealing with a problem in front of you, having calm heads. And that's where experience kicks in. If you've got experienced players, you're not panicking, you're relaxed, you're keeping everybody calm. Because look, they've got enough numbers here. They should nowhere near be anywhere worried about conceding a goal, and they do. Watch this. Ball comes in, dosh, boomf, bounces up, because they've got 2 players there. That's fine. But this is a simple, head the ball into any space and clear it. They don't. They just let it come back down. Dosh, mad panic ensues inside the box, and it ends up coming back here. Those 2 players that were marking, those 2 players are no longer marking. They've just gone ball watching, panicking, and all grouping up into that middle area, into that middle zone, and just leaving this guy completely unmarked. So when the ball finally breaks, which it does, bosh, 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 look, there's another panic shot, smash, comes off a player here, bump, it bounces out to this little wee kid. And because those other two defenders panicked and all ran to deal with this massive melee in the middle of the box, he's completely and utterly unmarked. Now, you've got to understand this as well. When you're running towards the ball, it's really, really easy for him to beat you because your momentum is your worst nightmare. It's his advantage, it's your disadvantage. As you step towards him, it's really easy for him to go around you because of what you're running towards him. You've already dictated where you're running. So now he can just go donf, take a touch, get around you and smash it into the net box. Yeah, bit too panicky, but let's get on to the positives. The last goal that wins the game. Rooney won a game of football. Here he is, he's winding up for a shot. He's never going to score from here and a bazillion tries. As long as he gets it on target though, you're kind of happy. Especially at this sort of level. I'm showing you why right now. Plymouth again have got numbers forward. Got a good job. That's how you score goals. You have numbers forward if you don't have sheer quality. That striker that can just get the ball and beat a player or two and knock it into the net box. So all of a sudden, he's going to take a touch and just smash it. And the similar thing when they had a person overloaded on that back post waiting to tap it in with that nice little volley. We've got another situation exactly the same. He has a little bit of a pop, dosh, pop it comes out, bounces. He's alive to it where Sunderland aren't. Look at him. He's already there like lightning, anticipating that little knockdown. That drop from the goalkeeper. And he comes in and gets himself a winner. Well done, young man. Well done. But I don't watch much of this league, but I'm telling you, from what I've seen, if you smash the ball at the goalkeeper, he drops it and you can knock it in the goal. It's not pretty, but it will get you goals. It got them 2 today. So, well, I know one came off the defender and not the goalkeeper, but you get the idea. It's still valid and it still works. Other than that, catch us on our live streams where we do interactive stuff with lots of people. I show you the tactics board and I go explaining much, much more detail of what's going on, especially live, because I can tell you and show you things like when we did the Wolves-Newcastle game. I called it literally 1 minute before Newcastle scored, how they were going to, what was going to happen. So yeah, stick around for those. Other than that, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.